Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of 50-Point Weapons Showcase. In this episode, the K45, a legendary American pistol which fires the 45 automatic Colt pistol. The K45 damage is average for its class. On legend difficulty, at a close range, you kill in 7 shots, or 2 headshots. But very quickly you find this evaporates to the point where you need up to 10 shots to kill. Rate of fire is another area where the K45 shines, identical to the UP9 at 480 rounds per minute. No other semi-automatic can beat such potential output of lead. This high output makes hipfire hard to control, and as a pistol, the K45 isn't viable for long-range performance. Recoil is quite severe unfortunately. This generally doesn't affect at a close range, but does mean you avoid combat over longer distances. Aim time is very quick, at just 180 milliseconds, and you'll also be moving at 100% of the base speed. Magazine capacity is fairly average, at 8 rounds with 1 in the chamber. Paired with the rapid consumption, this does mean reloads are a frequent inconvenience. At 1.5 seconds for each full resupply, it may be worth investing in a means to either extend your supply or to hasten the mag change. The K45's average damage to enemies means it's an ideal pistol for use as a part of an infiltrator build, designed to operate behind enemy lines while seeking out in-place objectives, zapping both equipment and morale. The suppressor is a wise choice then, as without it, you inform the hull whenever you fire. While you do lose a portion of your precision when hip firing, the loss isn't too severe, and you'll be able to deal increased damage. The laser is a good selection too, granting a decrease in hipfire spread. This means you can combat the suppressor's drawback, which could make all the difference as far as your own survival is concerned. Entry Point supports a more diverse playstyle. Instead of covering every possible tactics and loadouts for every weapon, I'll focus on a singular loadout and a set of tactics particularly suited to the weapon in question. For your perks, Pistol Mastery is a really sensible choice that will assist reloads while having one equipped. This will reduce the burden of being caught while switching mags, and will also allow dual wielding, a potentially viable defense for when you're made. Steady aim can be useful when facing off against enemy while navigating restricted areas. You have the fast hand advantage to neutralize potential threats revealing your position. If you'd rather enhance your reloading speed, then the combination of quick swap and dexterity will minimize time changing magazines, moving between covers and allowing you to carefully plan your next move. The K45 is a potent close range weapon, with a higher damage bested only by the Raven. This makes for uncompromised close range performance. Paired with the rapid handling, the K45 is an ideal weapon for aggressive in the stealth mode. Unfortunately, the range performance and capacity are rather lacking. With rapid fire rate and heavy recoil, attempting to wrangle your sight onto these targets will be your downfall. With rapid consumption comes rapid magazine depletion too, and reloads aren't the swiftest in troubled times. You may run into issue with an undersupplied pistol while facing multiple enemies at once. Still, as long as you remember to frequently switch out empty magazines and stick to the optimal range, you can make good use of the elevated damage. All but the toughest enemies will fall to this weapon. Per stopping power of the 45 with a jacket made of metal. Thank you very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be covering the MM20. Until then, farewell.